When we first walked into this house, it was very dark. The back of the house completely blocked the access to the garden and any light. One thing that was really important for us was to open that up. My name is Emma Dahlman. I have a design practice called Still Life Story, and today we're in my home in Stoke Newington. We definitely wanted a renovation project. With the Victorian part of the building, we wanted to restore it as much as possible. But there wasn't really much to restore at the back end of the house because it was such a mess. We felt if we're going to put something new there, it needed to be something that kind of reflected the time that we're in. I really like contrasts. I like contrast in materials. I like the contrast between the concrete and the garden because it's like the raw, hard concrete with this, green, living vegetation. I also like the contrast with the Victorian part of the house because that's at the other end of the spectrum. It's so detailed and intricate that just goes into this brutalist concrete. The mood board was mid-century Californian architecture, and then there was also some contemporary Scandinavian architecture. We kind of calculated and thought, yeah, it will take about 12 months. And the architects, I can't remember what they said, but I think that they maybe had doubled that. And we kind of looked at each other and was like, no, we'll do it in 12 months, no problem. But of course, it took 3 years in the end. I've never had a garden before, so this was all completely new to me. But as with other parts of this build, I didn't want to hand it over to someone else. I wanted to kind of take on the challenge myself. So we started with the trees to build a bit more of a structure. And then we've just added grasses and flowers. I didn't want a lot of color in the garden. I'm more interested in textures. You can see in the house as well, there isn't an awful lot of color. It's mostly just different textures. What we started with the first summer was to build the garden house. It's actually reclaimed bricks. There used to be a brick wall at the end of the garden that had fallen down. The windows in the garden house are actually windows from the extension that used to be here. So that house is completely built of reclaimed materials. This size garden is really unusual in Stoke Newington, and we're so lucky that it's south-facing. You have view over the park. In the winter, when there's no leaves, you can see the ponds. Most of the floors are the original floorboards. We decided to treat them in a way which is quite common in Scandinavia. So you first use lye, which kind of bleaches the wood a little bit, or it stops that process of it getting dark and yellow. And then we've used a white oil. It makes the room feel very bright. I think one thing that surprised us is probably how quiet it is. You almost feel like you're not in London. What's been really nice about this project is that I had a chance to be an interior designer, but also a garden designer, and I've designed the electrics and the plumbing, and it's just been a challenge on so many levels, and it's been really exciting to learn about all these different areas. I like that the concrete can take such different forms. It's such a difference between the polished concrete and the raw concrete. This is Rita. She matches the interior.